You all want affordable trucks, and well, here is one via the Express package. I'll include a link to the Doug Smith Rams website in the description down below. They're providing us with this truck. If you have any questions, need any help, just ask for Brad. Let's get right into it. Powering this is a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed automatic. Fuel economy is 18 around town, 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 469 pound-feet of torque. If you're able to, I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe. It massively helps out the channel. 1500 Hurricane badge there on the side, and even the Express package gets nice LED headlights. You can see the grille is darker in coloration. And then you pair that with the body painted bumper at the bottom, parking sensors. We also have fog lights. This has quite a bit of equipment. Tire wheel setup is 275 by 55 by 20. You've got chrome for the wheel coloration, 5-spoke design. Now elements like the badging and the mirror caps are just kind of plasticky looking, but again, it's a more baseline package. By the way, body and frame, solid axle in the back, independent suspension up front, coil sprung all around. When it comes to key fob features, we have our lock and unlock function. You got the remote start there at the bottom and then the Ram logo on the back. There's not really anything happening in the bed, no bed liner or really anything to go over. The tailgate, it is dampened, so it does lower down, that's a plus, and it's light too. You do get the more baseline taillights, and then you get these cool blacked out exhaust tips there on the bottom. So yeah, this is kind of like a sport, but like a more affordable sport. Let's not take a look at the interior. So when it comes to the door panels, it's gonna be more basic with the trim, but we do have cloth seats. I mean, these are pretty much identical to what you have in the Bighorn. It's nice material. It's a 60-40 split here in the back, and then you do get these buckets for storage. Good legroom in the rear. We have a little storage pocket, vents in the back too, and then headroom back here. It's good. Let's not take a look at the front. Blind spot monitoring with the mirrors, it's not going to focus on it at all. Double pane windows up front, and then the front windows are actually automatic, and still no padding even for the driver. 1682 for the payload capacity with this truck. Cloth front seats. It is manual with the adjustments. Now the steering wheel is going to be a little bit more basic with the trim. You have this kind of like fake perforated trim, it's kind of funny. Adaptive cruise control with regular cruise control. You've got your gear limiter function controls there for the center stack too. Mostly analog gauges. You do have, again, a little digital screen, which you can see different bits of info depending on what you're looking for. Just a backup camera in reverse. You do have a zoom function with the camera, good resolution. And then as for the screen, looks like it's turned off for some reason. Whoa! So as I was saying before, the camera just completely exploded, basically. It responds pretty quickly. I do like the smaller unit. And then you do get tons of physical controls below for the radio, for the climate too. Shortcut buttons for the tow haul mode, parking sensors, stability. You got trailer brake controls integrated with this. And then we have the dial shifter, just a part-time four-wheel drive system with this 2-speed transfer case. Auto stop start's also part of this powertrain. Bunch of USB ports, and then you have a little storage cubby. You just press this little button right here and then we'll open that right up. This does have the under seat storage, so you've got storage under the center seat, and then there's cup holders on the top, and then more storage on the back of the seat, and then yes, this is a seat. Storage above the glove box, and then this does have power sliding rear window. There's a button for it right there. 2026 Express Crew Cab. You can see we've got a little bit happening here. 392 axle ratio too. 54,820. Let's see how this performs. So setting off in the 1500 Express. This is kind of a cool package. I haven't seen one of these in years, actually. I'm not saying they stopped making it, but I just don't ever see them. And I remember selling these back in the day, though. People really liked them because it made it so that you could get a more basic truck, but then still have some cool look, so it didn't feel as bare bones, didn't look like a work truck as much. But something to note is a lot has changed with the Ram lineup since the Express originally came out. So I don't think this is a bad package. I think it's still good that they have this, but it doesn't seem as like wow factor as it used to be. And I think the biggest reason for me is like the Warlock. The Warlock is like the same thing, but then it gives you the Rebel stuff, which I think is cooler than what this gives you. Basically what you get in like a sport package, at the body painted bumpers and the nicer wheels. Now this inline 6 doesn't sound as good as the V8, but boy oh boy does it have power. It's smooth power too. Yeah, it's quite the monster. It's quite the monster. The suspension in this is pretty darn comfortable. Again, coil sprung front and rear. The double pane window helps out quite a bit with the tire noise. I can still hear everything happening around me, but it's still pretty insulated. Insulated enough. Yeah, braking's good too. Drives well. I said in the past and I'll say it again, I think that Ram's gonna sell a bunch of these inline sixes this year. Just because of the price point that it's at, and then once people drive it back to back to the V8, it's like the V8 sounds good, but this engine just drives better. And they give it a good warranty, right? That new longer warranty makes the inline six a lot more appealing compared to, you know, what it would normally be, because it's like, oh, if you only get up to 60,000 miles of powertrain warranty, it's like, I don't know. But going up to 100, that makes it a lot more exciting, because it's like, you know what, I'll give it a, you know, no, I'll give it a go for 100,000 miles. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So smart for Ram to do that. But get you guys one more little acceleration here. Getting into traffic time, sadly. Oh my gosh, you can't even put that 392 axle ratio. Can't even put the power down. Such a phenomenal powertrain. Well, let's set off in this two-door Rubicon. Over 60K for a two-door, but it is fully loaded. It is fully loaded, so. It's a lot of money, but I mean, this is the top. You can't go any more for the two-door. There's not a two-door 392, and I don't think there's anything else you could add to a two-door to make it more expensive than this, because it's got the X, and I mean, it's even got the little hoop on the front. So yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, the two-door is such an interesting drive, because it's just this little lightweight, zippy, short wheelbase. Such a unique vehicle in today's world of everything being massive.